Back now on Try It Today, we have a special guest with us I want you to meet right now. Lori Bates, our director. Let's meet Tanya Fultz. She's employment specialist with Project Reentry. That's what it's called, Project Reentry for Goodwill Industries of Northwest North Carolina. Welcome, dear.
Thank you.
What is Project Reentry?
Project Reentry is a program where we work inside the prisons. We're in 13 prisons across North Carolina, and we cover 23 counties.
Really?
Inside, we do a 16-week curriculum where inmates can have up to 18 months left on their sentence to be part of our program. And then every week we talk about attitude. How do I fill out applications? How do I talk about my criminal record?
So you're getting ready to get them ready to go back into work about 18 months out before they get out.
Absolutely.
Man, that's great. That's a good way to transition, because otherwise they just go out there and not have the skills they might need to get a job.
Absolutely, especially with ones that had long sentences. We've had one gentleman that did 38 years, so coming out after 38 years.
There weren't any computers. They didn't have internet or anything.
Nothing.
Oh my Lord.
So it's a new world for a lot of them.
So you have folks from from the Goodwill program, Project Reentry, that go into the prisons, and this is an everyday thing, or once a week?
Once a week for 16 weeks for an hour and a half.
Okay. Now, I understand that I think it's the Piedmont Triad Regional Council, something like that, is involved, and also criminal justice.
The criminal justice.
So they've signed on for this thing. How do they help? I mean, why is there a partnership?
It's a partnership with Goodwill, who has allowed us to expand. So they support our program and help us to hire staff to expand the program into the 23 counties.
You gave me permission to say this,
yes.
and I'll say it, and people who know you and love you know that you ran into some trouble years ago.
Absolutely.
And served some time. How does that experience help you in administering a program like this, as opposed to somebody that says, oh, I've studied it in college and I'll help these folks?
Right. It truly helps me relate, because I've been actually in their seats. I did 3 years in South Carolina, so for me to be able to come out and help others is a dream come true. It's not a job for me. This is to be able to help others is the best thing, and it's my purpose.
Now, one thing I didn't ask, because I don't know how this works, but if they're 18 months out from getting out and you're helping them, you're doing a lot of work. I mean, you're providing a lot of services. Does somebody have to pay a fee for this? I mean, because prisoners, they don't earn a living in prison. So, I mean, who pays for this?
It's through the support of our partners. So the partners absorb that, and then with Goodwill, all of the items that are always donated and sold in the stores, a portion of that is given back to our programs.
People don't understand that. I think I've said this before on the show, but since Tanya mentioned it, I'm going to give another plug for it. It is important for people to take clothing and household items and donate them, because those are then sold in the stores, the Goodwill stores, and the money from that goes for workforce development. I don't care if you're a senior, I don't care if you got laid off from a job, I don't care if you're incarcerated in this particular case, or what it is. Now you mentioned a couple of things that you help them on, but before we run out of time, you said something like, attitude, working on attitude. Give me a few other examples of things that you and your team will work on with prisoners before they get out to get them ready to be employable. What are some exact things that you can do?
We talk about, how do I talk about my criminal record? It's not how, go out and say, do you hire felons? But it's really, I made a really poor choice, but I made a lot of positive changes, and then talk about what are all the classes that you took while you're incarcerated. We also talk about, how do I fill out that application? A lot of people inside don't know how to fill out the application, and they think when they get turned down for a job, it's because of their record, but it has nothing to do with the record, because you don't know how to fill out the application.
They just didn't do a good application.
Absolutely.
Do you find, we don't really have a lot of time to go in this, maybe I can get you back and talk to you about it, but I mean, do employers pretty much understand if you do the right application and everything, do they understand that they want to give somebody a second chance, or is that a barrier?
Well, we don't believe in the second chance. We believe in it's how you present yourself, and you're selling your skills, and then your record is behind you. So we encourage our participants to go out and sell themselves, their skills, everything they know, and then talk about their record, and that's something in the past through past choices they made.
And then you become a taxpayer, and it makes the world go round, and just makes it a better society. And do you have a feel for how this is going?
It's great. The program started in 2003. We've served over 5,000 people, and our recidivism rate is only 13.9%.
Oh my gosh.
And that's so much lower than the national or the state level.
Oh yeah, that's unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's the website. The General Goodwill website's up on screen, and you can learn about all sorts of things going to this website. Congratulations for all you're doing.
Thank you so much.
All right, Tanya. We'll be right back after this.